afternoon, Winnicott.
Hope everyone's healthy and happy.
I really hope everyone's healthy. We got the coronavirus in New Hampshire now.
Well, you've been coughing a lot lately. Are you good?
Stop. I'm fine, but seriously, it's getting pretty real out there.
Tell me more, since you know so much.
Okay, well, I don't actually know any of the real facts, but good news, Maggie and Gianna just did a story on it, so let's take a look.
The coronavirus has been on everyone's mind recently, as 40 students who attended Italy are currently under quarantine. This virus originated in Wuhan, China, in December 2019. It was traced to an animal market and is believed to have come from contact with live animals that were infected. Wuhan is home to 11 million people, causing the disease to spread drastically. Since its origin, it has spread to over 20 countries. Coronaviruses are zoonotic, meaning they are transmitted between animals and people. The students from Winnicott who attended the Italy trip were put into quarantine once returning back into the country.
SAU 21 Superintendent Dr. Lupini had a difficult decision to make when it came to deciding what to do when it came to these Italy students. But the final arrangement was agreed upon after talking with the Commissioner of Education.
So the decision was made to exclude, based on the input, as I said in the letter, the input that we got from other districts, Kearsarge and Timberlane, largely at that point, but a conversation that I had with the Commissioner of Education on Sunday, where we were told that was the strategy that they would support.
With new developments coming out each day, the restrictions of what these students could do kept changing.
On the 4th, we received an updated advisory from the CDC that said that they're now asking people who were either excluded for a 14-day period now or had just returned from Italy, that they are asking them to self-quarantine.
We interviewed one of the students who attended the Italy trip to see how they are dealing with school at home.
Kind of rough because the CDC and the school have been changing how much we should be quarantined. So we went from Friday night being able to hang out with our friends and our families and just looking for symptoms to now the state wants us to stay completely inside, and some parents are even not letting their kids out of the house to see other kids who are on the trip, because if one kid finds out that he has or they have symptoms, then everyone they've had contact with has to go under quarantine again for another 14 days.
With their quarantine falling under finals week, modifications had to be made for these students.
So I'm letting the high school largely work on that, but I've been obviously talking with the administration about that. I know we have instances where we are doing complete take-homes in some classes. Some people had originally talked about doing take-homes for these students and not for others. We want students to take the same exam, and so if they're going to take a take-home, let's let everybody take a take-home exam. We have other instances where people are postponing, so we've postponed the grading period to accommodate. We're concerned there about students coming back and starting on a third trimester while they still have finals to take, so we're trying to make sure we look at that for each individual student. So people are trying to do lots of different things. The immediate thing that we worked on Monday was try how to make sure that these students had as much access to their classes as possible.
Health officials believe the virus can be passed from person to person via exchange of fluids from the respiratory tract, but they don't know precisely how. Common signs of infection include respiratory symptoms, fever, cough, shortness of breath, and breathing difficulties.
There's nobody from the trip that is feeling bad at all. A lot of kids are testing their temperature every day, making sure everything's good. And so far, everyone's just bored, not sick.
The most recent update has ended this quarantine at Friday at 9. For WHTV, this is Maggie and Gianna.
Well, that was interesting.
I know. Stinks for the kids that were in Italy now missing finals week.
Yeah, that must be tough, but it's worth it to make sure you aren't sick.
And for us, there are some simple precautions we can take to avoid getting sick. Make sure you are cleaning your hands with warm water and soap for at least 20 seconds. Also try to clean your phone. It's 10 times more dirty than a toilet seat. To clean your phone, you can use a damp microfiber cloth. Try not to use disinfecting wipes or rubbing alcohol on the screen because it could damage coating on the glass. But if you have a glass protector, you can use a diluted mix of 40% rubbing alcohol. Of course, you can clean your phone with disinfecting wipes. Just make sure you don't get the moisture on your phone.
Julia, you don't even follow what it says. You just pour water on your phone.
Well, with this virus, I'm going to try to do better about cleaning it.
Okay, so are we done talking about the virus now?
No, not yet. One more thing. The Italy kids.
Oh, of course. There are 38 students and 5 faculty members out of school until March 16th, quarantine after returning from their trip to Italy. Since it is the end of the trimester and students need to get their work done, many students have been able to FaceTime other students to find out what is going on and not to fall too hard behind. Teachers and students will also have access to something called Meet, a program through the Chromebooks to provide real-time lessons, interactive conferencing, and digital resources to students. Of course, exams are tricky, but there are still some options. Some exams or projects will be able to take in home and finished under parent supervision. In some classes, they will just have to take the exams when they return back to school.
Wow, that's kind of stressful.
You seem pretty lost about all of this, but we're done now. Let's change the topic.
Okay, so next we have how to find a boyfriend.
Julia, you really need to pay attention for this one.
Wow, why'd you have to call me out like that?
You literally wrote this entire script so you could just roast it yourself.
Did you just admit that you didn't do anything for this episode?
So anyway, let's just watch the story.
With the cuffing season coming to an end and spring fling season upon us, some people might be having trouble finding a significant other. This got us thinking, how do you get one? Before we gave our tips, we talked to some of the students to hear theirs.
Just hold them hostage.
You go to Blitz trampoline park
Play dodgeball.
and play dodgeball. Every Saturday night. Me and Ben will be there.
You have to tell your friend that you like them, and then your friend will tell them, and then they'll approach you, and then you'll have a boyfriend.
So basically, if you want to get a girlfriend, all you have to do is just wear some studs. You wear some studs like these, that's all you need right there. You'll be good to go.
All right, so how to find a girlfriend. Basically, you wear as many Hawaiian shirts as you can.
All right, so how to get a girlfriend 101. Just be very confident, extremely overly confident. Everybody in this school is pretty shy, no offense. But if you're just extremely confident, chicks love that.
You have to be really funny and really pretty. And like super like charming. Just like really pretty though.
No one needs a significant other in their life, but if you think you may want one, Julia and I have some tips that could seriously help you out.
Be confident with yourself and don't change your personality. If someone likes you, they like you for you, so just be yourself.
Take risks, put yourself out there, and make new friends to expand your social circle. Go out more. You're not going to find your soulmate by sitting on the couch.
Don't take rejection personally. If someone wants to just be friends, you have to respect their choices and be polite.
Making a dating profile never hurts. It's a way to branch out. Also, adding single to your bio will help let people know that you're ready to mingle.
If you're still looking for a boyfriend, Whit is single and ready to mingle. Feel free to use these tips on him whenever you see him, and they are guaranteed to work.
I know the story was made a while ago, but wait, aren't you still single?
Julia, you can't even talk.
Alright, well, whatever.
That's okay. You can still be the best friend.
That one kind of hurt, but I know you're just going into the next story. A friendly game between a best friend and a significant other.
That's right. We are all curious about who knows the person better, their boyfriend or girlfriend, or their best friend.
I think I know. Let's see it.
The question on whether a best friend or a significant other knows each other more has been asked forever. This trend started on the internet with challenge questions to see who really knew who better. This sparked around 2015 to 2016, but people still post these videos today. It seems to be a challenge many want to know the answer to, since so many websites are just filled of questions for it. The true logic of knowing someone better usually depends on how long you know them for and how open of a person you are. Many test their trust in people with the 3-year inch rule. This rule states that if a relationship or friendship makes it through 3 years, there's a lot of trust since you both have been through so much together by then. But this rule isn't written in stone, and many have very different opinions on it. So we asked Winnicott students whether their best friend or boyfriend knows them better and if time matters.
I would say my girlfriend knows me better for sure. Because I'll tell her everything. With my friends, I keep some stuff out. I don't know.
Maybe the boys, probably the boys. I think it depends on the person, on the two people.
Probably your best friends know you better. You know, you hang out with them more.
The boyfriend knows more.
And my mom, she probably knows me the best.
After hearing these answers, we wanted to put it to the test. We asked 2 couples and one of their best friends to come in and test it themselves.
Well, this is right.
We talk about actually important things, not food. I don't know. I have no idea. Fish. Hey, Matt, let's go.
Pink or blue, and she goes both. I go, oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, it is. They like a lot of different colors. I like pink, blue.
Yeah, I said it depends on your mood.
Oh. Kids meal or burrito with rice and beans?
Oh.
No meat, all caps.
I thought it was a kid's quesadilla.
No, I can't. I'm lactose intolerant. 1, 2, 3. And a chapa. Gratata. 1, 2, 3. Anywhere tropical, pretty much.
Except Barbados.
Trader Joe's. What?
I have no clue.
Serena gets it. Barbados.
1, 2, 3. Think so. Yes! Yeah! Oh my god, you both got it. Wow. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sagittarius.
Dude, I thought it was with an A.
What is a rug?
After 19 minutes of questions, Whit won by 1 point, and Serena won by 2 points, proving that knowing someone longer, or maybe even just a best friend, knows you better. For WHTV, this is Gianna.
And before we finish, a big congrats to the Nordic ski team, who placed as a runner-ups at the recent D1 meet. Awesome job!
Well, Winnicott, that's all we have for you today. A lot of coronavirus and a lot of boyfriends.
Have a good weekend, Winnicott, and make sure you wash your hands. As runner-up.
Runner-ups.
As runner-ups?
It's not runner-up.
Oh.
As runner-ups. I'm just going off not even what the script's saying.
I know you are. You're doing the me.
He's saying
You're
like
doing the me.
outbreak. I'm like, I don't know that word. Because
You're
I don't
illiterate.
sound proper. Yeah, I know.
Because you're illiterate. Yep, it's fine.
Microfiber cloth.
Microfiber cloth.
Diluted. Someone's check if that's how you say that. Oh wait, it's diluted. Wait, it's D-I-L-U-T-E-D.
It's diluted.
Okay.
Since it is
the end of the trimester and students need to get their work done, many students may be able to FaceTime other students.